Now here's the part of the show we simply call In Case You Miss It. It's a chance for you to look back at the magic and the mystery of horse racing here in British Columbia from the Sport of Kings perspective, in case you missed it. With tomorrow being Queen's Plate Day on our In Case You Missed It segment, we're taking you back a few years when we took our Sport of Kings camera to the home of Takanui, a former rider but now a trainer here at Hastings Racecourse. And for many of you who may not know, Tak did win the Queen's Plate. And that's what we talked about a few years back, in case you missed it.
You would never know to meet him that you were talking to a winner of Canada's most prestigious race, the Queen's Plate. That was 37 years ago, an old history to Tak Inouye. He's focused on the task at hand, training future champions. Tak treasures his good fortune as he recalls his greatest moment.
It's a race that I'll always remember. It's a race like no other. Or for a Canadian anyways, it's a race like no other.
In 1965, Whistling Sea, owned by Paul Olivier of Calgary, became the first Western Canada bred to win the Queen's Plate, and he did it in the same manner as he won the plate trial, on the front end. Takanui gunned Whistling Sea from the gate as Queen Mother Elizabeth watched with interest.
She seemed like a very, very nice person, but I can't remember what she said. Can't remember.
Butterscotch is second, Lucky Marine is third, Superflow is fourth, Good Old Mort is fifth on the inside.
34 years ago.
34 years ago.
And what was it like looking at this now?
Well, exciting. I haven't seen it. I've seen it in the jocks room, 34 years ago when you go the next day to watch the races, right?
34 years.
34 years ago. So it's kind of nice.
Now, when you're in front here, you got a good hold of him?
No, no hold at all.
Really?
No hold. If you take a hold of him, he'd run off with you. So you drop his head and he just runs on his own. As soon as you want him to run right around the 3/8 pole, I'll reach and take a cross on him. And then he'll start to run.
Good Old Mort is now second. Dazarab is third on the outside. And Fly Along now moves up to be fourth. Native Victor is fifth. Midway of the turn, it's Whistling Sea out in front. Good Old Mort, Dazarab, and Fly Along coming on the outside.
Yeah, now I'm asking them to run.
Here covered in the center, Dazarab and Native Victor on the outside with Blue Mel.
Did you think he was going to get you?
No, I wasn't even thinking. I just keep thinking, just keep him going. See, he's pulling away again.
And as they come down to the wire, Whistling Sea wins the historic Queen's Plate, the 106th running. Fly Along with second.
How long after the plate did you quit riding, and why?
I had a few spills. I had a pretty good concussion, and I figured that was it. I'm finished. I quit. And I moved back to Vancouver and went to work for my brother in the carpet store. When I turned 60, I told my brother, when I'm 60, I'm gone. I'm back at the racetrack because it was always in my blood. And I came back, so I've been over 3 years now and enjoying it. This is what I always wanted to do, so.
Tak, what was the difference between riding and training? So you did it, but
well, riding was a snap because you went to read the racing form and you figured out where your horses are going to be. You listened to your trainer and you rode. When you're training horses, boy, you better start from the feet up. But I'm lucky, I have a lot of friends, and if I get stuck, I just ask. Like Frank Barabee or Judy Coghlan, you just ask. They've been around all their life and they know, and they're more than willing to help you. So I'm lucky that way. But I don't want a bunch of horses. I don't need the problems. I'm retired.
Have you seen much change from the days when you rode to the days now with riders?
Well, riders, I think, are better now. They're physically, well, we were always fit, but these riders, you see them, they're good. They're excellent riders.
This weekend is Queen's Plate Day. Brings back quite a few memories, huh?
Yes, it does. The best thing is I'm back at the racetrack, really enjoying it. So when the plate comes, I've always watched. I'm thinking how lucky I've been. But that's past, so we're looking for the future. I'm really tickled with these two Alfaris. I really think they're runners, so we'll know within 2 months if I'm right. If they turned out bad, I'm a bad horseman, but I think I'm not.